So welcome back, everybody.
Penis.
That's
Join us.
what I get. Um,
That's what you
the tension is high as last we left our heroes. We had entered the mines in Dum Dorahl after garnering the support of what's left of uh, parts of the town, the monastery, the miners' guild, Temple of Ilmater. Got these guys on your side to get on Operation Distraction at the front end of the mines while you guys made your way into the rear entrance. You exploded a uh, a hole of rock to tunnel in. However, the Duergar had left a contingent behind to greet you as you entered. Uh, Confronted by one of the Duergar, Yuki was first in the door and was not playing along with the Duergar's games. The Duergar decided to begin their attack, and
And it sucked.
it's been rough going so far. Some good blows being traded back and forth. I'll go ahead and bring you back to the battle map, with which Reverie is first to act on this round.
Oh gosh, I forgot to click the launch game button.
Quick distraction, smoke bomb.
I am. Jeez, I hate being a low-level wizard. I'm gonna magic missile the one right next to me.
You got two of them. I'll put the colors.
So one the sword's covering.
Oh, okay. And guy. Okay, go for it.
Or 9 points of damage.
Okay. Just takes 9 points.
He does not seem very fazed by that. Okay.
He's hurt. Magic missiles hit him, and you see his eyes open wide, and they're just white. They stare at you. His mouth gapes open and just howls at you as the pain racks his body.
That is my turn.
Very good. Yuki,
Okay.
you got a puppy next to you. You have a +1 to your attack and damage on your claw attacks. The puppy is also lit up with fairy fire, so you have advantage on attacks against it.
Yay. Okay. So we are going to try to remember what I figured out like a half hour ago as I was obsessively looking at this. We are going to. So, question. I did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I can do the floof in the wind. I can use the key point to disengage. Is that considered a bonus action, an action,
Uh,
or is that just a thing? Because I'm using a key point.
Bonus.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah. I'm like 90% sure it's a bonus action.
Let me look up your character sheet.
If the floof in the wind is a bonus action, then what about feline agility? Does that come under action?
Feline agility is not a. It does not require an action. You just move double your movement, and then you cannot do that again until you do not move at all at least one turn.
So that's the one that's just a thing. It's just
Yep.
a thing that I can do. Okay. In looking at it, it looked like one of them was just a thing, but I couldn't figure out which one was just the thing and the other one was because they both use. Well, one uses a key point, and it's yeah. I might have been spinning a little
Oh,
earlier
okay.
trying to figure this out. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I see. So Step of the Wind, yes, that does require a bonus action and a key point.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And your feline agility it doesn't require any action or bonus action, you just do it.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
It's part of your movement, actually.
Cool. Okay. So I'ma do. I have the +1 from Naruto. To claws. So we are going to use murder mitts to hit the puppy. Sorry, to hit the puppy.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So remember that when you attack, you have the mobile feat. You don't need to burn. Well, to disengage if you don't. Yeah. Well, to disengage, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
I'm thinking
okay.
like getting my ass out of there.
Well, no, because you have mobile. So if you hit, you don't have to disengage. If you make an attack roll because of the mobile feat, you just get away. You don't provoke opportunity attacks. So you don't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you hit or not, as long as you attack.
Yeah. So you don't need to burn a bonus action or a key point to disengage. You can just do it once you attack because of that mobile feat.
Because of the mobile feat. Okay.
So you would still have your bonus action available to you.
Got it. Okay. Rad. Okay. So then we will do still murder mitts
Okay.
on the puppy.
Okay. Yeah, 22 hits.
Cool.
This little tentacle-faced beast goes down.
Cool.
I'll go ahead and move them out of the way to declutter.
Cool. Then I would like to do. I was like, wait, where's that big bitch going?
I was just moving tokens.
Then I'll use 5, 10 feet of movement. Now I'll do bonus action Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Use the key point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay. Is that against the big guy?
Against the big guy.
Alright.
Bam.
10 will miss.
Of course it will.
24 hits.
Okay. Would 11 hit?
11 would not hit.
Okay.
Don't forget when you roll the damage, use whichever one is letting you use your d6 rather than the d4. The character sheet would probably automatically make your flurry of blows the d4 because that's the default for everyone. But you got the claws, so put them to work.
So that would be 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then so action, bonus action, and then mobile, I can get the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna boop back here, just out of his immediate reach. And I think obnoxiously that's it for me, guys. Sorry.
Alright.
Don't apologize for being cool.
Yuki, at the end of your turn, actually, and Reverie also, go back to your full 7 points of temp temp HP
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
because of Jade's channel divinity.
Thank you.
Yep.
I would suggest to put that temp HP in a different bar, just because it is gonna, go down and go up. Like, I think Reverend
Yeah.
has the blue bar filled. So, yeah, perfect.
I did it!
So it's easier to track that way because
Yeah, for sure.
hit points going down, going back up. All right, Narco, you are up. You have been given temp HP after being knocked down.
So, Narco, down prone, very shakily, like slowly takes a knee and then tries to rise to her feet. She has a ghastly wound across, like, into her shoulder and down one of her sides. The wound itself, though, is not bleeding right now, although it looks pretty bad. Naruto is literally being held together by the power of friendship, because she definitely doesn't have any hit points right now.
Yeah.
Her vision is blurred. She thinks she's like seeing ghost people in her peripheral vision right now. And the only thing she can think of right now is there are big scary people immediately in front of her. I don't think if I tried to heal myself, I would do enough to make much of a difference. So I am going to, once again, she'll pop off a capsule from her little wrist gauntlet, fumble into her bag for another one, pop it in, and she is going to once again do a line of acid to catch both of these Duergar for a dex saving throw. Is Joe talking and I can't hear him?
I
yes,
muted.
same.
I am sorry.
Oh, I thought he was looking at something.
Sorry, I was.
So did I.
So the big one failed, took 5 points of acid and is burning. The other one in the back rolled a natural 19 on the die to make the save.
All right. Hmm. This is probably bad.
So that's the name of our group. Probably a bad idea.
I won't take opportunity attacks doing this, but Narco's just trying to get out of the fuck box here.
I hate being in the fuck box.
Right
Or
up.
do I?
Anything else for you, Narc?
I want my mom.
No.
Oh,
That Duergar is dead. Jade, you're up.
okay. I just saw Naruko move, so I'm terrified of what she's doing, and I'm gonna pop out here. Is this guy still up?
Oh yeah, he's up, but he's kind of burning with acid.
Okay. Feet. Let me see if I can get something off on them before. That guy in front of us is very big and very scary, but the professor looks weirdly like he's got it because he looks really bad. and I didn't see what happened to that thing, so I'm assuming the professor did it.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, it is. It is deceiving, but you're standing there you're standing there over the dead body of one of them, and that one looks fucked up. So instead of attacking that guy,
Which one?
I want to instead of attacking this one, and that's right in front of the professor,
Okay.
I'm instead going to go after this one in the back.
Okay.
Because that's the one that was talking to Yuki. At least I think that's the one that's talking to Yuki, because that's where he's at, where the voice was coming from.
That is correct.
So I want to attack that one. He doesn't look too damaged yet. Those ones over there are a problem, but Ren and Reverie are both there, and Yuki is back up. So yeah, I'm going to attack that guy.
Okay.
I'm going to go after him with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
So let's see if this hits. Oh, that better hit. That's a 23.
23 is going to hit.
Wait, I'm sorry. A 24?
24 is going to hit as well.
24 hits. Alright, he's going to take 4d6 radiant damage.
Even damage.
Yep, so that's...
Pre-rolled concentration check on spiritual weapon.
It's not great. He'll take 13 points of radiant damage.
13 still pretty good.
Yeah. Jade watches her second best friend run around this big guy. Get in between these two Duergar here, and as that happens, she throws her hand out, and it looks like nothing at first. It's a small streak of light that, as it goes past the big guy, gets bigger and bigger until it smashes into the smaller one, and he is now lit up like an eclipse over here. And the next attack made against him has advantage before the end of my next turn.
Very nice. Did roll a 12 on the con save, so spiritual weapon is still up.
Damn. That's my turn.
Alright, throw on your 7 temp HP, Jade.
Yep. And then I'm gonna scoot back here again.
Time for the big guy. Let's see. Oh wait. Nope, that's not the big
Takes
guy.
acid.
That's not the big guy. That's the little guy. Sorry.
Yeah, little guy.
So he takes this hit from you, Jade, and lights up. And you see he sighs. He says, well, I guess if you can't beat them, you can try to join them. I don't know about the rest of you. And he looks directly at Reverie and says, perhaps we could talk this through after all. You see, I am pretty sure you have some questions that I think I can answer for you. And using his action, you see his form start to change into this.
What?
Great tiefling with
Shit!
gold eyes.
What?
Yeah, called that bullshit.
She grins and she says, what do you say?
What's in it for you?
Perhaps I gain another sister out of the deal. Perhaps we find what we're looking for in this mine.
Another?
Oh, you are very new, aren't you? Come, let's talk. And I'll tell you everything you need to know. Map graffiti has started. Yeah, that's gonna be her action. Professor, you're up.
Professor kind of looks at this Grey Tiefling, then looks back at Reverie, then looks back at the Grey Tiefling, then looks up at this Duergar. He's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And he's going to hold an action to do some spell shit. Actually, no. Bonus action, Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith stays up, unless you lost the. Did you lose the
Did
concentration?
I cast it before? I don't even remember what I did last time.
Yeah, you cast it.
You did.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you still have that up.
Okay, I need to update this. Okay, forget that. Then in that case, yeah, I'm gonna hold an action to do a magical attack on Duergar if things go fucky, if fighting resumes.
Very good. This one is dead. Ren, you're up.
Ren's a little angry, and he took that injury personally. He will hold out his hand and say, "Do not stand so close to me." Now, without really meaning to, there will be some energy that comes from that.
Ooh. That's everything. That's all enemies within 5 feet, right? For radiance.
Huh?
All right. Con saves for both of those guys. Let's see. The red one failed.
Good, that's what I wanted.
Takes 4 points of damage. The other one succeeded.
Okay, that ends my turn, and I'm taking my 7 points back.
Yes. So that's red. This red one goes that you just hit, and it's going to look at you and howl with its empty eyes, and it is going to first try to attack you with a claw. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
It'll be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Then it's going to try to hammer you, probably missing on a 10.
Definitely missing on a 10.
Alright, so you got 6 pierce. And then don't forget to add your 7 temp hit points.
Yeah.
The other one's going to try to attack you too, though, Ren.
Fuck you.
With the claw, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that barely hits.
That is 9 points of piercing.
No.
And then with the
I'm
hammer,
gonna actually.
nat 1 on the hammer, so no good there.
Good, no good there.
At the end of that one's turn, you hear a howling ruckus coming from the entrance. And one of these guys comes rushing in. Looks a little armored, a little mohawky. 25, 5, 10, This is a dash action. You can hear it warbling something in Undercommon to the Grey Tiefling. And kind of looks at you all in the mines, and you see his eyes go wide. Anyone who'd like to may give me an insight check.
That is 24 for Jade.
So Reverie, Nariko, Red, and Jade, you each clock on this Duergar's face that just rushed in. He's panicked. Whatever happened, whatever's going on outside the front of the mine does not appear to be going well for the Duergar.
I'll bet that sprinkle. That's what's happening right there.
Big guy's gonna go. He takes 5 points of acid damage. And you hear him growling out as he takes his turn to wipe the acid off.
Hey.
Give me 1 moment here to adjust something. Nope, high rock.
My God.
Probably should have done this before, but I didn't. There. Great. Okay. Brings us to the top of the round with Reverie. Okay.
Oh man, I want to talk about it. Are the Duergar next to me standing down?
They are, well, they're not attacking you. But they do not appear to be giving such deference to Ren.
Call off your friends.
She calls back to you and she says, "Why? I just need you. Call off your friends." I can feel the tension.
I'm
Excellent use of tension building.
gonna go attack the one that attacked Rin.
Okay.
I'm going to magic missile the one that attacked Rin.
They both attacked her. Which one do you want to target?
I guess I'll go for the blue one again.
Okay.
For 6 points of force damage.
Again, looks at you with those white, empty eyes and just howls in your direction as the missiles hit him. And you see from across the mine, Temerity just sighs. She says, "You are really wanting to do this the hard way, aren't you?"
No, but they won't stop attacking. That's my turn.
Yuki.
So many things to do. God, I want to whoop Tamariby's ass so bad.
Do it.
Yeah, but she can kill me very, 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 very easily.
Just come back into the. I'll get you in the thing. It's fine.
The issue is I've got to go past this big Duergar.
But you see, you have made your build explicitly to accomplish such a thing. Move up to the big guy, attack him once, then move past him because you don't care, and then use your follow-up attacks on Temerity. You could even flurry of blows to make sure you get 2 if you've got a key point remaining.
I do have
True.
a key point remaining.
And that
And if
guy
you
probably only has a
still-
couple hit points. You could take him out.
And even still, after that, Temerity can't opportunity attack you. If your crazy monk movement even then can't get you back into the range of the healing loops, you can use that moment to pop feline agility and move even more.
So many things. Okay.
Just believe in Naruko's wisdom.
I do. I believe in all of Naruko's wisdom. All right, so we're gonna shim up to this guy, this big Duergar, and we are going to Murderments.
Does not
Perfect.
hit.
Love it. But I attacked him, yes?
Yes, you
Yep.
did.
So I can boop 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 here. And
Yeah. The first
Yeah.
attack you take will have advantage thanks to that radiant bolt.
Yay! Alright, so then we're gonna do a few more Murderments.
Okay.
Bam,
Roll with advantage.
bam,
There you go.
24 hits.
and then bam.
Ooh,
11.
Concentration check.
Huh?
Concentration check. Spiritual weapon goes away.
Hmm.
No more concentration bacon,
Yay! Bye, concentration bacon.
Yes.
but also no more advantage.
It's okay.
And then bloody hell.
Furry blows.
Yep,
Furry blows.
that's exactly what we're doing. I got one more key point left, and we're gonna Fury of Blows it.
Well, that second attack would have been your first attack on the flurry of blows.
Okay, so then I hit her one more time.
So you have one more attack left. Yes.
Okay. Boop.
Yeah.
That would be a 19.
Ooh, just out of range of shield. Go ahead and do
Yes.
damage.
Yes. Eh.
9 points of damage.
Fuck!
Amazing.
Fuck!
And
That's
Ooh.
anything else?
incredibly good.
Oh,
Amazing.
so close.
Okay.
So then wait, because I attacked her, I can mobile out too, right?
If you still have movement left, yes.
Yeah, because I have 50 feet. So I was back here, I went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet.
What's your speed?
50.
50.
So you have 15 feet remaining.
Then I'm going to boop back here. Because I'm not leaving Naruko alone. Not that I can do much, but maybe I can take the... I'm shiny, try to hit me.
Anything else for you?
I think that's enough, maybe?
Pretty good turn. Narco.
Naruko is still very dazed by all this, but you recognize Temerity. Reverie does not like Temerity, and it looks like she'll probably do magic against this. Naruko kind of like goes eerily still as she like hoists up her rifle. She's still facing towards the Duergar in front of her, and she sort of like growls out. She said no, and then she kind of flips her rifle around so that it's backwards over her shoulder and tries to blast Temerity.
Give me an attack.
Oh my god, let that
Pretty badass.
on go
Oh,
off.
please do it.
Oh!
Inspiration
Yeah, that's right.
right now.
That was way too cool.
With the trick shot, dazed from Yuki's hit, kind of blood pouring into her eyes, this Temerity sees Naruko lining up for a trick shot. As the shot is fired, Temerity throws up a shield and blocks the shot.
Inspiration again. Where's my dice?
Get your dice, man.
I'm getting the dice. I'm blowing both of my inspirations on this.
I would.
Do you hear it? Do you hear the clicky clacks?
I heard the click.
Yeah.
Clicky clack, go! Okay, motherfucker said yes. That's 19 plus 7?
Hell yeah.
26?
Give me damage.
Okay. My D12 clicky clack is a little farther away. Hold on. I don't use it for much. I should probably keep. Actually, this is gonna be Naruko's bread and butter for a while. I should probably have this here. There we go. Okay. Clicky clack, clicky clack. I mean, if I roll a 1, then it doesn't make much sense. Alright. That's better than a 1. That is a 6. No, that is a 9. 9 is better than a 6. That is 12. 12 total damage.
Anyone do this?
Yeah.
So in Jade's little aura, it's like perpetual twilight kind of deal. Are there like stars in our eyes?
Yeah.
Cool. As Naruko's like standing up, the sort of like starry eye thing that Jade is using to keep her from not literally falling over dead right now. Literally the stars kind of like fill up the whole of her eyes, and as she's like flips the gun around and prepares to fire, pinpoints of light start arranging themselves along the stock and the barrel and start forming small constellations. At which point, when she fires and Temerity throws up the shield, the gun barrel starts almost like it's overheating with a blue kind of fire, and as the bullet erupts from the end, it erupts with enough force that the barrel itself like blows open, and the bullet comes out maybe like 5 times faster than it normally should, slams into this arcane shield that Temerity tries to throw up, and then just busts all the way through and slams right into like the sternum of her chest.
She takes the shot, her chest opens up and just explodes inwards and then outwards, if you can believe that. Her eyes go white, they fade, and as she drops to her knees, I need... Oh, Naruko's just out of range. I need Yuki to give me a charisma saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No. Alright, please. Charisma saving throw?
Charisma saving throw.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on that. Am I allowed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Nice!
Yeah!
Whoa.
Monk wholeness of body and spirit, fuck you, you're back to you.
What, bitch?
As she drops to her knees, a rift opens up in space-time, and all of you hear this loud whispering reverberating off the stone in the cavern. Inside this rift, it's just a swirling miasma of blacks and purples, and you can see like stars in the distance, but it feels utterly cold and empty. These tendrils just shoot out from this rift in 10 feet in all directions. Yuki being the only one within range to actually take hold of it, but she is able to fight off the cold and the emptiness, only taking half damage. You take 5 points of cold damage on this hit. After that point, the body drops to the ground, the rift closes back up, and that's all she wrote. Anything else with your turn, Naruko?
After putting all of her soul into that single shot, she just kind of, arms go limp as the rifle kind of falls off of her shoulder and lands on the ground. The barrel completely ruined at this point, like smoking as the constellations kind of divvy off. Naruko just seems like she's kind of standing there dazed. And she's looking over to where Reverie is like, is she okay? But that's all she can do. That's my turn.
As you look over Naruko, when the body drops, you see the form shifts again. But with it being prone, and in your kind of state, it's hard to see what it looks like when it shifts again. So we'll come to that. Jade, you're up.
Okay. It's all terrifying and terrible, and I don't know what was whispering at me. I'm just gonna pop back out and see what happened, because I heard Naruko's gun go off. And that one's still there. And those two are still there. Before I can get any closer, I toll the dead on the big one in front of the professor.
Toll the dead. This is a wisdom save, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be a 3.
Cool. He takes 1d12 of terrifying magic. So again, that pressure builds in this space that's filled with dusk and starlight. A strange pressure for a moment presses against everyone's ears, but he hears the sound of untold screaming and whispering and begging of mercy, and he takes 8 points of necrotic damage.
Dang.
Yeah, he's missing his hit points, so he gets to take a d12.
It's a good roll.
Yeah. He's still up?
Still up.
Fuck, this guy.
This is the big one you were targeting, right?
Oh, yeah. He's
okay.
he's the only one on that side still, yeah.
Yep.
Fuck, big one there.
Guy.
And Naruko is very hurt, and I can't keep staying back here. I'm going to just keep running and try to get over here. As far as I'll go. That's my turn.
Alright. That's dead. Professor, you're up.
And I used Jeffrey to give me the help action to overcome disadvantage on a ranged attack from here.
Well, help action would give you advantage on an attack, so when you have disadvantage, it would just cancel out the disadvantage.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, doing that. So the professor kind of blinks and watches all this happening, so he looks up at the big guy and just says, right, I guess we're doing this. And he opens his hand palm up, and this blue mote of fire erupts in the air, and he just like hurls it like a baseball at this thing.
Okay. Foxfire. 22 hits.
Boom.
9 points of fire.
And that's that. That's it.
Alrighty. Ren.
Ren looks down at himself and looks back at the Duergars. I do not like you. But he's got to help himself out a little bit, so he's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself because he's getting his ass kicked. Oh, really? When I'm healing myself, I get 1. Thanks, guys. Fuck you.
So you got your 4 healing. Any bonus actions or movement?
Nope.
Alright.
Yep, that's what I got.
Go ahead and regain your 7 temp HP from Jane's aura as well. And this redneck who has been kind of on you this entire time is once again going to try to hit you with a claw. Missing on a 7. Hitting with a hammer, a 22.
Oh, this guy, yeah, that'll hurt.
This is going to be a total of 10 points of bludgeoning.
Find a new hobby.
Howling, racked with pain the entire time, is swinging wildly at you. The blue one is going to start taking some swings at Reverie. First with a claw. 14?
No. Shield. Wait, I can't shield. That hits.
You can't shield.
Yeah, that hits.
So that is 9 points of piercing with the claw. And then it's going to try to hammer you.
Okay.
18?
Yeah, that hits.
That is 10 points of bludgeoning.
Unconscious.
He goes down. Duergar that rushed in, warbled something to Temerity. Temerity goes down. You see its eyes go wide. As now the fight doesn't appear to be going well on this side either. I'm going to make a morale check. No, he's still going for it. Okay. Going to close in. Warbling in undercom the whole time. Sonargo take out Reverie, so it's going to use its 2 javelins strapped to its back to make some ranged attacks on Narg. First is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
It is 10 points of piercing.
Cool. I'm down.
It is going to use its 2nd javelin against you. They
Cool.
25 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 7 points of piercing. At the end of that guy's turn, you hear a battle cry coming from the outside of the mine. And you see some of the Miners Guild have finally arrived. And they're going to march on in. I'll put them all in the same initiative. 30. Let's go over here. Do these guys have any range? One of them does. The guy in red, who is pretty badly hurt. How far away? That is 45 feet. Is going to try to throw a javelin with disadvantage at Mohawk. And is going to miss. His friends without any range is going to keep coming up. Rocket. 30. They start charging in and they say, "We've broken the front! We've broken the front! We're coming to help!" That's a back guy. Rocket, come on, man. All over the keyboard. Oh, God. Alright. Big guy's gonna go. He's going to try to take a hit on the professor.
Nay, I say.
Gonna miss on a 9.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's all he's got. Back to the top of the round, Reverie.
10 hit points to go.
Well, I guess first the death save to see if Reverie pops up.
So when do the temp hit points take effect? At the end of my turn?
I think it's at the end of the turn, if I remember correctly.
When you
Yeah.
end your turn in my space, yeah.
Yeah.
In my-
So that's a failure, but your 7 temp HP bring you back up.
That's my turn.
Rocket, I am trying to do something, and you are crawling all over my damn keyboard.
Because he loves you.
I wish you would love me from a distance right now.
Distance friends, nice kind of friends.
Alright, so Reverie's back up with 7 temp HP. Yuki, you are up.
We need to take this Duergar down. So she's gonna bloop right up here, get in his face, and we're gonna try to hit him as hard as possible.
Go for it.
Yeah.
— 17 hits.
Who? Not right now. You're literally like Rocket right now, bitch.
Oh my god, Rocket, stop!
I thought he was.
Oh, there's his health bar.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was much lower.
Alright, that's the first hit.
All right. And bam.
13 misses. 14 misses.
14?
14
Ah.
misses.
I don't have any more key points.
Did I move him? Oh, did Rocket make me move him?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, sorry.
it's okay.
Any movement? That's pretty much what you got left.
Ah!
I know.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. No. No, no movement.
Alright. Narco, death save. Oof. 2 failures, but it doesn't matter because 10 hit points bring you right back up.
Does anything wacky happen when I feel the icy clutch of death around my slowly deflating heart?
Laying there as you kind of... The last thing you remember seeing is this rift that opened up when you shot Temerity in the chest. You hear the whispers swirling through your head, and it kind of gives you like this feeling of oblivion, but like for a second it almost feels welcoming, as if feeling nothing is preferable to feeling the pain of what you're going through right now. That feeling intensifies on you for a moment with that nat 1 on the death save, but the stars filling this area from Jade's aura kind of quickly washes that away as you can feel the breath returning to your lungs in that moment.
Oh God!
That's my turn.
At the end of your turn, Narco, there is a loud, unbearably loud screeching coming from the entrance to the mine, again reverberating off the stone walls. It appears the front has completely collapsed as your friend Sprinkle
Sprinkle!
has joined the fray.
Sprinkle!
Oh
yeah.
Kind of 60 foot. So
Dragon.
30, 40, 60. Let's see. Yeah, that's close enough. You see a swirling mist of shadow enter the cave. This is the dragon's domain. This is where the dragon excels, and you can see that as it moves swiftly in the shadows. You kind of like see this weird movement in the corner of your eye for a moment, and then it's gone in a split second. Before you know it, this dragon just appears in the middle of the cart tracks there, and will exhale black fire upon this Duergar that has also rushed in for it. So that guy's got to make a dex save.
Fail it.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see what 76 of necrotic damage does to this guy. 4,
Oh,
6, 7. Which is a shame, because that guy has really cool abilities.
And now he's extra crispy.
9, 10.
I mean, his ability to throw a javelin through my sternum was pretty exciting.
Some unfortunately low rolls. He takes 17 points of necrotic damage. That's our friend the dragon. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything new. Yep, that's our friend the dragon. Jade, back to you. Oh, did I not have health bars on these guys? I'm sorry.
No, they're newly added, so
Yeah, they just
maybe you
came
did a
up.
miss.
It's fine.
Yeah, they have some battle damage on them.
Jade is unconcerned about the big guy now, because this is the second time Narco has gone down. And she rushes over to Narco's side, kneels down, and leans over her, shielding as much of her as she possibly can from anything else that could potentially happen. And she says, "Don't talk too much. I've got you. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And I will use, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her. So that is going to, hell yeah. That's a 5, 10 points of healing. So Jade just will kind of scoop a hand underneath Narco's neck, just to like kind of keep her head off the floor, and starlight coalesces in her. All the little motes of starlight that are around them right now sweep to her hand and drop into one of the wounds on one of the very awful gaping wounds on Nariko, and kind of fill in that space again as she gives her some healing back. That will be my turn, and I will be a human shield over Nariko right now if I can.
Fair. Professor.
Is this guy wearing any metal?
This guy is wearing leather armor, so no metal.
No metal. Okay. Then I will Foxfire him again.
Foxfire. Hey, wanna do this?
Oh, he just sort of looks up at this guy, kind of aims a finger gun directly at this guy's face, and he just says, "Fire!" and just launches a firebolt into this guy's face.
Very nice.
Space.
Goes down in flames.
Oh, burn!
And shrinks back to normal size.
Oh, they're kind of cute when they're this small. And then
Movement bonus action.
5, 10, 15. No.
You can move through his space because he's dead.
Yeah.
I realize that there's more going on over here. That's it.
Alrighty. Ren, you're up.
Companions, I do not wish to be a bother, but we could perhaps use some assistance in this area. And Ren is going to try using Word of Radiance again on those two assholes.
Cool.
Oh, a 1 for damage. Fuck you. That wasn't even the that was fuck you. That's what I got.
It's any consolation, they both failed.
Oh good. Take your 1 damage, assholes.
The flashlight right in the eyes, like, no, bad. Click it on and off, like, no, stop it.
Basically. Anything else for you, Ren?
No, I think I'm in danger. End turn.
Yeah, Red One's gonna try and claw you. Again. Kind of a two-trick pony. Missing on 11. The hammer also misses you on 11.
Oh, Thanatos likes me today. Thank you.
Blue One's gonna swipe at Reverie. 11 on that one? Wow, that's another... Yeah.
That actually misses.
Yeah. I just rolled 3 6s in a row on this guy. You gotta be kidding me. That's another freaking 6. I just rolled 4 6s in a row.
Jackpot!
Digitally?
No, on actual dice.
You're talented.
That's wild. Yeah, they both miss. Duergar, who is streaking with flame, sees the miners coming up behind him. Severity's down. There's a dragon there. The rest of you are still up. He decides he's going out in a blaze of glory. No, not the actual blaze of glory, but he's going to take a bonus action to increase his size.
Oh yeah, Sprinkle and everybody get those temp HP, by the way.
I don't think they were in your aura at the end of their turn, though.
They will at this time around.
They will this time around,
Yeah.
So he's going. This big guy now is going to charge at you, Jade, seeing as how you're healing up the party and you don't like that. This is a full-on suicide mission.
Yeah, that's okay.
Going to try to swing you twice with a short sword. 17.
Miss.
That is a critical hit.
That one will hit.
Silvery barbs.
So rebarbs.
Nice. Well done.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Still better than critical.
It's way better than critical. Way
Who-
better than critical.
Who do you want to give advantage to, Professor?
Who do we got next? The Reverie.
The Reverie.
I was like, who's this guy over here?
Give it to somebody else. I
Yuki,
only have
Yuki hits
daggers.
harder.
Okay.
Yuki hits hard. Nariko does single shots of damage. Either is a good option.
All right.
Uh,
Take it, Yuki.
Jade, you're going to take 13 points of piercing damage.
Cool. Jade sees this guy coming, and the twilight around her shifts and shimmers and blocks that first attack. And the professor's light streaks in and knocks that second attack almost away from her. But she does see it coming, and she just leans further over Nariko just to make sure that it doesn't go down to her. Then she'll just take that damage.
Alright. Oh, I don't have your crit. Probably should do that. For the record, Professor, this guy is wearing chainmail and is carrying a shield. Our miners are going to get in here. They're going to start swarming. 20. Now I have to remember who is who. Haha. You see our red-headed dwarf friend kind of pumps himself up. He kind of goes into a mini rage himself. He's going to take a swing on the big guy. That's going to hit. And hits for 7 points. Our half-orc is going to first attack with a scimitar. That's going to hit.
Nice.
5 damage. Then takes an offhand attack with the dagger. Crits on the dagger.
Nice.
Get him, get him, get him.
6 for 9. Our friend back. He's got one more javelin on him. He's going to take a throw. That's going to miss. These guys are going to get 7 HP off of that. Alright, that's those guys. That guy is dead. We are back to Reverie.
Reverie is going to stand up, disengage, and run 15 feet away.
Anything else for you?
That is all I can do.
Yuki.
She's gonna pass Reverie on the way by. I'm gonna go up to here. Boop! And we are going to start trying to whoop ass.
Go for it.
We're gonna try. Alright. Attacky.
Which one are you going for?
Oh, which person? I am going to go for. I'm gonna start with the red one because they've been hitting my friend Ren, and that kind of pisses me off.
Okay.
So we are going to. Boop.
Nice.
And what was that? Oh, hell yeah!
Yes.
Give me damage.
Didn't even need the advantage.
Right? Boop!
Roll another d6.
Do you roll another d6?
So that's 10 points of damage to the red. As your fist connects, the little dwarf in the mech screams, howls out in pain, this terrible, awful scream, and uses its reaction to try to hit you with its hammer. 16 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
16 hits?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
No. I lied. 17 hits. 16, you missed.
So he misses with his reaction.
Yeah. Bitch.
So you have still bonus action. I don't know if you have any movement. You probably have some.
Yeah, I've got a few more. A little
Okay.
bit movement. Bonus action. We're gonna do skibbity bap. Skibbity bap.
19 hits.
Good.
20.
Good.
Another 8. Anything else you wish to do?
And then I have 5 feet of movement left, so we're just gonna go boop and mobile my ass out of there.
Alright. Naruko, you are back up.
Alright. Naruko was kind of bringing Bart back in a haste, talking with Jay's like, sorry, I'll protect you. And Jay's like, no. And then this fucking Duergar came in and just like slammed their sword into Jade, who's like ducked down on top of Naruko to keep her covered. Naruko is staring up, kind of horrified and suddenly very enraged. She kind of, with one arm, she like grabs around Jade's waist and sort of like lifts up off of the ground, gets herself back to a standing position while also like trying to help support her after taking that nasty blow. And with her other hand, she reaches into one of her apron pockets, and suddenly there's a crackling sound as she pulls back her fists and punches straight at this Duergar. And thank you for pointing out all the armor that he's wearing, because this will be fun.
Oh.
That is certainly a
and as she punches, there's a crackle as little arcs of blue lightning jump between what looks to be a steampunk knuckle duster that she has slipped onto her gloved fingers.
Yes.
And yeah, I only regret I couldn't roll just slightly higher on the damage to knock this punk out.
all good. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Naruko does her. I mean, she's seen a book of a dude, like one of those like old-timey gentleman boxers, and like, I shall conduct fisticuffs against you, kind of, sir. She's like, with her left arm, she's like got herself kind of in that stance as best she can approximate, and with the other, she just kind of like got her other arm around Jade protectively.
Beautiful.
And that's my go.
Cool. Forgot to mention Yuki, since you stepped into Jade's aura, get your 7 temp HP back.
Yay!
Sprinkle's gonna go. Let's see if the breath weapon reignites. It does!
Yay!
Oh God.
So, yeah, that's gonna be way more damage than it can do to anything else. So, Sprinkle keeping a distance so as not to hit you fine folk. Gonna move here, because I think that will make sure that it misses. have to make this big guy has to make a. Well, you know what? That thing is
How
close to
smart is
death.
Sprinkle?
Yeah, no, Sprinkle's pretty smart. Sprinkle has a little bit above average intelligence, so Sprinkle sees that this Duergar is actually on death's door, so I don't think she's gonna waste her breath weapon for that. So actually, she's gonna move in. Going to go in for a bite. That's gonna hit.
Nice.
At just the bonuses alone, you see Sprinkle moves in and gets her jaws around. Even though this Duergar is larger than her in this state, she still manages to get her jaws around its throat and just closes and just sinks her teeth in, and the Duergar grabs around his throat, eyes open wide, almost in surprise, as Sprinkle drains the life from him.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh,
Sprinkle.
right. They're horrors from the plane of shadow and darkness. I forgot about this part.
They're terrifying. But love kids.
Alright, so that is 10 feet of movement. It still has another 50 feet of movement.
Oh.
Gonna take
Like those
stock
other
of the
Duergar, you
situation.
mean Sprinkle.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45. You see another blaze of shadow swirls through the cavern, rushes past you, Jade Professor. It feels oddly cool for a second as this shadow just whisks by you. Again, Dragon suddenly appearing next to Ren, and is going to try to claw at the blue mech. I think that hits. Yeah, sure does. It's going to connect with its claw for 11 points of slashing. The blue mech in turn is going to use its reaction to try to attack Sprinkle with a hammer, and is going to connect on an 18. Sprinkle takes 9 points of magic.
Sprinkle's health is amazing.
Jade, you're up.
Sprinkle may have damage reduction due to being a shadow dragon.
Yeah. So Jade propped up with Nariko, and the two of them kind of holding each other up here. Oh,
Right.
you made a sound.
You're right, I need to give Sprinkle some health back.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm guessing.
You are absolutely correct.
Guessing, but correct. Go Sprinkle.
My power is too strong.
It cannot be contained. That's the fact.
Sorry, go ahead, Jade.
You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. So the two girls are just holding each other up here in this fight, and Jade has her arm around Nariko as Nariko has her arm around Jade, and she's just going to take a step forward to make sure that all of her friends are caught in her twilight, and she's going to look at Nariko and she's going to say, "We've got each other. Don't worry, okay?" And as she says that, that blue Duergar needs to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
DC 15.
Wisdom saving throw. There's the stat. So funny thing.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3 on the die.
Yeah.
This thing gets a -3 to its save.
Cool.
It
So
rolls a
he
0.
takes a D12. which is
the
great.
blue one you said, right?
The blue one,
Okay.
because it's I rolled a 1, so
Okay.
still, hey, 1 point of damage is better than nothing.
Sure is.
As Toll the Dead hits him.
What does Toll the Dead look like, Jade?
It doesn't look like anything. Everyone feels that pressure build for another second, and that guy hears screaming.
Yeah.
The guy who is nothing but screaming hears more screaming.
Yeah.
Responds with more screaming.
Kind of maddening.
Yeah. It is a little bit. It's just it's a layered effect that happens with that. It's like that feeling everyone else feels like, you know, that feeling when you're going to a high altitude and there's a little bit of pressure in your ears before your ears pop. That's what everyone else is feeling right now. Almost like everything went silent for just a second, but that guy hears just hellish sounds.
Cool. Anything else from you?
So there's my action to do that. I moved a little bit. I don't have any bonus actions I want to do at this point in time. So to Nariko, just, do you want to get anywhere else? Do you need to sit down?
Naruko's eyes are fixed on the last big threats, which are these Duergars kind of in their mech suits. And she kind of has a grim look on her face and she says, "Those machines need to be disassembled."
That's a good thing you're here then, isn't it? And that'll be my turn.
Man, why did that sound terrifying? Jade, regain your 7 temp HP.
Oh, that's great.
Professor, you're up.
Jeffrey, I need you to go over there. He points towards one of the red mech suit. Jeffrey just kind of shakes his head. Like, Jeffrey, I need you to go over there. Come on. You're embarrassing me. He shakes his head again, and then reluctantly, like Peter Pan, flies over here. He's got a flight speed of 40 feet. And it'll give me the help action for that on red.
Foxfire, 4 points. Damage taken.
That's it.
Red.
Oh, these were not the assistants I was expecting, but I am not angry about it. Okay. Well then. I will try. Are you certain you do not want to retreat? And I'm sure he just hears more screaming.
Just howling.
Okay.
Blind, face raged.
That is what I suspected. Very well. Digital dice. What is your problem? Why are we having this
Right.
fight tonight? Are you kidding me? Anyway, so it's still 1 damage if they fail their con save.
They both failed.
Well,
Hey!
fuck you then. Enjoy your 1 damage.
They will.
And turn.
Get your 7 HP back.
Yes, get your 7 temp
Yes,
HP.
yes,
Red.
I need that desperately. Thank you very much.
Seeing this big ass dragon, these 2 mechs appear to turn their hostilities towards it.
Oh, did Sprinkle take his temp HP?
Sprinkle did not end her turn in your aura last time.
Oh, that's right. I moved up to get him in there.
So what is okay. Red one goes with a claw. Hits for 5, half to 2. Goes with a hammer. Hits. It's cocked. That is
1.
5, half to 2. One claw. Misses. Hammer. Misses.
Yay!
He's super dead. Miners rushing in. looks a little bit blocked. I think this guy's going to use his dash action to get up to here and just have himself a sit. He's had kind of a rough day. But he will get 710 HP at the end of his turn. The other two... that one does not have range, so will hold an action. Another one can throw 2 daggers. And we'll do that. One of the daggers hit. Right. So that is 6 points to red. They shout as they move in and they rush past you. They're trying to get into the fray, and they say, "We're taking our minds back today!" That's it for them. Rever, you're up.
I will throw a dagger at the blue one.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit.
That is my turn.
Yuki.
We're gonna boop, 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 boop back around here because we're not getting in Sprinkle's way.
Cool.
And we are gonna take some hits onto. Let's do red first.
Do red. All right.
See if we can take red out. So we'll start with some murder mitts.
10 will miss.
Damn it!
17 hits.
Yay!
8 points of damage there. It's going to use
9.
its reaction. 9, thank you. Going to use its reaction to try to hammer you.
How nice.
23 to hit.
Yeah, I would say that hits.
Low rolls. You take 6 points of bludgeoning.
Thank you, temp HP. And then bonus action, skippity pap.
You already took your bonus action to do to attack. Unless that was an inspiration. Did you use an inspiration to
I did not use. No,
Yes.
I did not.
that second attack that was your bonus action.
Ugh. Fine. Then I guess I'll just mobile my ass back of it. Boop. We'll go down here. Boop. Okay.
All right. Narco.
After making her declaration to Jade that Naruko needs to get doing some mechanical work here, she will break off the contact, move forward. Is there some sort of artifice-y type check Naruko could make to quickly analyze these designs and try and find any weaknesses or clever ways to disable them?
Let's give me investigation.
I can do that. Any bonus for proficiency in Tinker's tools or other stuff, or just straight investigation?
Let's just do straight investigation.
I'm smart.
23 is pretty damn good. So you kind of look these over. You don't really notice any weak points in them. You do get the feeling though that whatever is piloting these things is kind of reinforced by the suits themselves. Though removing the door from these suits will likely will likely render the suits useless. But being in this protective carrier, you would get that the dwarves piloting them inside, whether willingly or not, would have immunity from any kind of poison damage. But as far as weak points to try to disassemble them, not really so much.
Well, I can think of one weak point. Narco, seeing these screaming dwarves who appear to have been sort of incorporated into the machinery itself, a process that looks very much unwilling and unpleasant. The fact that these things basically go like berserk at any stimuli, she sees these as just abominable. She moves up here behind Ren. She looks at these and she just says, horrible. And she is going to pull out her pistol, take aim dead center to the forehead of this dwarf, and put this guy out of his fucking misery.
Yeah.
21 hits, 7 damage. You almost got him out of his misery.
It's okay. Sprinkle's next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else, Narco?
Narco sort of waves the smoke from the pistol and prepares another shot, and she says, I wholeheartedly agree. I got nothing else, so that's my turn.
Okay. So Sprinkle's going to go. Realizes that Blue used its reaction to try to attack Yugi. It is going to... It's going to risk the attack from Red. Take its move. Nope, too far. Red will try to attack. Missing. Once again, with Sprinkle's breath weapon charged and with the rest of you out of its spray of fire, it is going to spray its glowing black fire at these two mags. So they need dex saves, which, surprise, surprise, they're not great at dex saves, guys.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to just say they're not great.
Well, they're not. Oof. Yeah, they both failed. Much better roll.
I think 76 on an average does like 24 damage.
Sounds about right. So they take 23 points of necrotic damage. Which, this red one just completely, the dwarf inside just completely withers and dies. The blue one is within inches. Whoops. It's just within inches of hanging on. That'll be Sprinkle. Jade.
Woo! So Nariko leaves the group hug. For a second, Jade almost doesn't want to let her go, but she does, because Nariko can take care of herself now that she's, standing. And as Jade lets go of Nariko, she probably didn't notice it at the time, because of just having almost died twice. But as she steps away from Jade and she gets up next to Ren and she's getting her breath back, she does start to feel warmer again, like Jade said she would. Except for those places that Jade was holding her. Take a little bit longer to get that feeling back. And Jade is going to follow in her friend's footsteps around these people and come up to Reverie. And she's going to toll the dead on the blue one again.
All right. Wisdom save. Do your damage.
Okay. 7.
How you want to do this?
So there is again that brief crackling moment of silence for everyone as your ears feel like they need to pop for just a second. And that dwarf, Duergar, not dwarf, apologies. That's racist. The noise becomes overbearing. And it's so loud that only he can hear. That blood just starts coming from his eyes and his ears, his nose. Eventually, after a second, his eyes just roll back in his head and his body just kind of collapses in on itself.
The howling you hear from the Duergar inside the mech turns into more of a gurgling howl as it starts to aspirate its own blood. Eyes roll back, and with very little fanfare and a clang against the stone on the ground, the mech falls backwards, and the Duergar lets out a final breath. With that, the field is cleared. You guys are victorious!
Woo! Woo! Thank goodness
Yay.
for now.
Whoa.
Someone get Reverie a juice box.
Seriously.
Yeah, because once Jade's aura
Juice
goes
sounds
away,
great. I don't feel very good.
once Jade's aura goes away, Reverie's going to drop back down because Reverie doesn't actually have any. Oh no! How long do the temp hit points last? Is it just forever?
Those temp hit points last.
Yep.
They last until they're gone. You can't keep getting them when the aura is gone.
Right. Okay. So just once the aura goes down, the temp hit points stay just until.
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm reading this wrong. Do let me check because I might be wrong on this. Let me check it real quick and
You're
make
probably
sure.
right. Don't deal with temp HP all that much.
I know, right? Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the temporary hit points going away, so I assume they just work like regular temp HP.
Yeah, so they'll just stick around then. So you're good.
They just stick around.
Yeah.
They stay. Temp HP by default stays around until you take a long rest.
Cool.
Yeah. So they'll just hang out there. Don't get hit or trip or anything, Reverie.
So as the last
mech, I'll just try not to move.
As the last mech hits the ground, a cheer rises up from the miners, who all kind of come together and they start cheering with you, and it's just they're very very happy. Sprinkle will join too.
Reverie, should we check her before anyone else goes and sees it?
Yeah.
All right. If I can, do you want me to bring her back?
Do we want to do that?
Do you want to talk to her? I don't even know. I don't even know. I couldn't for the others.
I'm going to very slowly approach.
As you approach the body and you get a better look at it, you realize it is no longer the form of temerity. What you see is kind of like a blank slate of a face, just alabaster white, eyelids open, just a deep blackness in those eyes.
Well, that's definitely me. Or, one of me.
Do you think it's the original?
Didn't they say she was like really powerful though?
Yeah, they did. I mean, you have to be really powerful to even make something like this. Like, end of your book powerful. But how is she just around?
I don't know. Maybe that was the clone.
Probably. There's more questions than answers. He'd stop trying to float out of my bag.
I don't know if that's the person we're looking for. And even if it was, as much as I want answers, I don't know if bringing them back would be the smart thing to do.
Okay, then we won't. Should we destroy the bodies?
Is that normal?
Well, I don't know what the Duergar's practices are, but at least for her, if she is a clone and something did happen to the original Temerity, or the original Temerity is waking them up, maybe it's best not to have another empty body for them to wake back up. I don't know how that really works, but
Jade, as you're
yes.
asking about the, I guess, the rituals the Duergar have surrounding their dead.
Yeah.
Please make me a religion check.
Oh, yay. Okay. Ooh. 21.
What you know about Duergar the dead is that they're not particularly sentimental people. But they do have their rituals for the dead, which typically involves bringing them to a priest brings them to a magma vent and basically dumps their bodies in after a short service.
Oh. I mean, for the others, I'm not really sure the whole process around it, but I think they kind of return themselves back to the earth and kind of burn themselves.
Okay, sure. Can I not be part of that, though?
Of course. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, Reverie.
Thanks.
Narco, as you're searching that end of the mine with your detect magic,
Mm-hmm.
nothing is pinging. Other than what you and your companions have on them. Professor, as you are investigating these mechs, let's call it a survival check. You are picking
Which
up
is
something
not
over there, Narco. I will say that.
Cool. I will wait until Professor gets his check on.
Professor, what you can tell from these mechs, it's still not clear whether these Duergar were willing participants or not in uh, being suited into these mechs. Whoa. Anybody else just hear that, or was that me?
I think that was you.
Oh, that was weird. Anyway,
No, I heard it.
I heard it too.
I didn't hear anything.
that means it came from you.
Probably.
sounded like a coin. Anyway, um, again, unclear whether it was willing or not. These Duergar being put into these mechs, but what you can tell, is that there is quite literally like a spike that is driven into their skull. So it would have been a constant source of pain for them. Um, yeah, so it was like these Duergar were like fit into the suit, and the suit was kind of like wrapped around them, and then just kind of secured in with a whole bunch of nasty looking spikes that seems to kind of plug into their nervous system.
Ugh. Rude, but hard to say that it wasn't effective. He just kind of wrinkles up his nose and moves on to provide Nariko with assistance.
Narco, from where you're at with your detect magic, on that little like break table that's in front of you, there is a clear gem on it that is humming with transmutation magic.
Ooh. May I use some Arcana to identify it?
Sure. God damn.
Wow, Nariko knows her magic shit.
So this is definitely the device that's keeping the storm cloud hovering around Dum Dorahl right now. Seems to have been just a plain old gem of like some innocuous stone like quartz. But it feels like a lot of magic was poured into it for this one purpose.
Gotcha. So Nariko's theory that they were using some sort of custom magical item slash artifact to manufacture this effect was correct. Score one. I'm gonna ace my midterms. Fun question that Joe probably doesn't want to answer. Would it perhaps be possible to modify the spell form?
Would it be possible? I guess it depends on what kind of modification you're looking to do to it. Um, to kind of like reprogram it to do something else, um, it would first require the original spell to be dispelled, and it's basically an empty vessel at that point. You can try to pour whatever other magic you want into it. It would take probably a while to do, but you could get it. You could kind of like program this thing to do something else.
Gotcha. Um, so that's a possibility. How feasible does Nariko think it would be for her to use her talents to kind of Control Alt Delete and force restart this gem.
Uh,
A reminder: my class literally exists to fuck around with magic items and then find out.
That is what we're doing.
I mean, you could repurpose it, but like I said, to get it to stop doing what it's currently doing would require a dispel of some sort.
Okay. You know what? We're here. We'll shop around. If Nariko were to like take this and carry it with her, like she's not going to, but assuming she like just had it still as it was and like left Dum Dorahl, would the cloud follow her?
Probably. With a 32
That's
check,
fun.
it seems likely.
Cool. This is a project. Nariko likes projects. She is going to take this and hold it up to the professor and say, "This is the cause of our storm cover overhead, and I want to take a little time to see if I can deactivate it a bit gently, because it looks very useful as a means of storing magical energies and potential rituals."
It sounds like a brilliant idea. You're just going to take it with you. You know, if that doesn't work, you could probably take it somewhere where this type of storm would be welcome.
A possibility, but my my concern is having this storm cloud follow us where we were going until we found such a location would be a rather clear marker to anyone trying to follow us on where we were at any given time.
This is true.
There are some places here in Dum Dorahl that I wish to check. Joe, if I wanted to acquire say, a spell scroll of Dispel Magic, what options in Dum Dorahl would there be?
Let me check something. So, again, writing on that 32 Arcana, it would be likely that you could probably find somebody who could cast the dispel for you. Potentially, um, Abbot Olaf could potentially do it. So potentially, Father Vincent could as well. Um, and they may be able to write a scroll for you as well.
Oh yeah, Nariko would love the chance to do this personally, if she could. But yes, score. Anything else? Can do like a conventional investigation check to find any notes or records left behind that might provide clues as to what they were trying to dig around for here.
Yeah, he can give you an investigation check. Anybody who's checking anything, you can roll investigation. Uh, just let me know what you're checking. This area that you're currently in, Nargona 27, doesn't really seem to have been touched. There doesn't really seem to be anything else hanging around this area. It's just that one gem sitting on this one table.
That's okay. Disappointing. Let's see. They were using the mechs as their primary labor force to conduct their digging. When the mechs started like coming into assault us, where were they hanging out from? Like more so in that eastern zone?
So there was one. Where was it? There was one up in this corridor here, and there was another one down in this corridor here.
Okay, so this kind of easternmost wing of the mines is where they were actively excavating. All right. New investigation check.
Sure.
Yep.
Whatever they were searching for, it definitely wasn't rock or iron ore because there's a whole bunch of it laying around. So,
Do we know where they were digging? Did
Uh,
we see where the guys in the mech suits came from?
yeah, Narco just asked that question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely missed that.
They came from the corridors to the north and south of where Narco currently is. But as I said, there's a bunch of rock and iron ore kind of laying around. If they were looking for something else, it would stand to reason that they haven't found it.
Is this chest here on the map? Is that actually there in game?
Nope, didn't see it.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
So we have no clues as to what they were looking for, but all evidence point to them having been unsuccessful in uncovering it.
See, one of the miners kind of approaches the what was the Temerity clone. Looks down and goes, ugh. What was this thing? Haven't seen this one around before.
She was someone very powerful.
Couldn't have been more powerful than the tiefling with the gold eyes. You see her?
Briefly.
And you survived!
Thanks to all of you and Sprinkle.
Oh, well, where did she go? Did you chase her off?
Yeah, she disappeared. I think she ran away.
Figures. The red-headed dwarf kind of steps forward, looks at y'all, and he says, "The Miners Guild and this town certainly owe you a great debt for helping us clear this out. It's going to be great news for everyone that we can start working down here again." How can we thank you?
Narco, were you able to find whatever it was they were looking for?
No, I suppose we should be thankful that it seems they had not yet reached whatever they were trying to uncover. But as to what it was they were searching for, they didn't leave any clues behind.
Maybe that's what we can do together. Try to find it. So, I mean, if they come back, at least if we find it and get it out of here, they won't come back to this place. I don't know if we will, but the miners would. You all would probably know best. I mean, if we could find where they were digging.
Based on the words that they said, it seemed they expected to uncover it soon, whatever it was.
Would you all mind that as the thanks? Help us find whatever this thing was so that we can take it away?
I mean, sure, we'd love to help, but we don't know what it is we're looking for.
I don't know either.
Yuki is going to step up, and she's been kind of listening. And she's going to say, we are equal in that we are not sure what we're looking for, but you and your knowledge of this mine would know what does not fit, what should not be here.
That's a really good point.
The miners kind of look at each other and shrug, and they say, "Well, we'll search where they've been mining, see if we can see anything out of the ordinary. Do you think that'll help?"
It would certainly be more than what we could accomplish without your expertise.
It would be a tremendous help.
See the miners all kind of nod at each other, and they're like, "All right, we'll each take one of these corridors and see if we can notice anything unusual."
Right. That's wonderful.
So they'll kind of start going off and doing their thing.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Since I was spending this time kind of like getting the bodies prepared,
Mm-hmm.
would my sacred flame be enough to kind of take care of them?
Sure.
Okay. I will be spending this time saying saying a silent passage and then burning these bodies.
Which bodies are you preparing?
The temerity first, and then I'll work my way through the Duergar.
As you are preparing temerity, Jade, your passive perception is 17.
Yeah.
You see a sort of handwritten document in one of the pockets of temerity's pants.
Oh. I will take it.
Incoming journal entry.
Yay!
No.
All right, should be in your journal now.
Cool. Is it this picture?
Are you showing me something?
No, is it the picture?
Yes, there's a picture, and you'll see that there is
Okay.
something below the picture as well.
Great. I am going to look this over, and then I'm going to call out to my friends. I found something.
Do tell.
What did you find, Jade?
This was in the Echo's pocket, and she's gonna hand it up to Yuki. Maybe this is what they were looking for. It says something below, but I can't read it.
What does the Dwarven text translate to, for those of us who know this language?
So,
Yeah.
Yuki, you gonna read it out loud?
Yeah. What does it say?
I just updated. I just updated.
Oh.
Now.
Oh, interesting.
Yuki will share with everyone that it says the Clavus? Clavus?
Can I make any kind of history check on see if anything I've ever heard of before? As I, the player, try not to freak out.
Yeah, history check.
Nope, that's a 1. So she just stares at Yuki. Is it the name of the stone? I've never heard of that kind of stone before.
I don't know. You're the one that found it. it all right with you if I bring this to the miners to see if they know anything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I was just getting the body prepared for, well, not burial, but to be taken care of.
Before Yuki leaves, she'll turn and show it to Professor and ask, have you ever seen or heard of this gem called the Clovis?
With a
Well,
16,
it's a particular role, I would think.
Hang on. I heard 16 from Professor on the history. I see that. I missed what Neville asked.
Just asking, like, what sort of knowledge check would be pertinent in this scenario.
It would be history.
History? Okay, let's see what I got.
Ooh,
Cool.
Yeah, it's skibidi
Yeah.
that.
Skibidi bat.
Professor and Narco, there is something that is deeply entrenched in the history of this world, kind of related to the origins of magic in this world. And there was an event that you recall reading about in passing, where there was a stone. Actually, you know what? Give me a second here because I need to consult my own notes on this. Let's see. Uh, so the history written on this is few and far in between. It's not very easily found. But you do recognize the name of this stone as something that has been written about in history. There was an event called the Shadow Binding. And what you know about that event is that this stone is somehow involved in that event. And the only thing that has really survived in the history books is that there was a group that called themselves the Whispered Ones. And after this stone kind of appears in history, there is no further mention of the Whispered Ones. As far as the stone itself, after that event, it kind of got lost in between. Just got lost in history after that event.
Professor just kind of looks between the party members and he says, I don't know what that is doing here, but it would be a very bad idea to let that get into anybody else's hands. We should probably take it and find it, and before anyone else does.
Do you think it's a wise idea to show this to the miners so they know what they're looking for, or should we keep this under our hat?
No, definitely show them what it looks like. Maybe don't show them the name.
Yuki will nod. She'll fold the paper so the name is folding up, and she's kind of holding it. She says, "Okay, I'll be back," and using her speed, she'll zip over to the miners and show them each the picture and say, "This was found on one of the um,
Bodies.
one of the bodies. Thank you. Found on one of the bodies. This may be what you're looking for."
Let's have them make a group check to see if they know anything about this. That's a 7 and an 8. Um,
Oh, that thing, we dug that up weeks ago. It's been sitting in the lockup.
Can't really use it. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
It wasn't. It wasn't coal. It wasn't gold. It looked pretty, so we kept it.
they, I mean,
Maybe
essentially,
the wife.
essentially, yeah. They kind of look at each other and they shake their head as if they look at Yuki and they're like, no, nothing that pretty's ever come out of this mine. It's been iron and coal and bedrock, and every once in a while we find like some quartz or some other, more common gemstones like that. Not worth much. Nothing as big and shiny and blue as that for sure. Why they would think it was here is I couldn't tell you.
I feel very strongly that this isn't the type of thing that you would just find in the ground. Something is noteworthy to history would surely be under someone's care, protection, I would think.
Yeah, but how long ago was it lost?
That's the real question.
Lots of things get swallowed up when they're not touched for a long time.
Yuki will come back. Yuki will come back and let them know essentially what the miner said.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, if they thought they were getting close to it, then I mean, it can't hurt for us to keep looking. I don't know what it all means, but if it was used in some sort of ritual for a binding, maybe it's a protective thing that they wanted to get on their side. Or was a gem that held a lot of magic? Like the one that Martha found?
Or if it was a key to binding something, perhaps they're looking for it to undo said binding.
Maybe.
I think it would perhaps be a fine idea to allow the miners a chance to see if they can uncover it. But in the meanwhile, maybe let's tend to our wounds and give the good news to the folks upstairs, and I'll see if I can undo the shadow that's been cast into this other impressive gemstone.
Yeah, give me a few more minutes. Do I find anything else on the other bodies as I prepare them? These aren't like the other bodies. Like, she's actually not mad at these ones, so she's actually taking her time with them.
These aren't the other ones.
Well, these ones, until, we attacked them, or, issued some sort of challenge, did not try to hurt anybody else. So...
let's see. You kind of go through them, and you kind of you prepare the bodies, and as you were doing so, they have their standard equipment with them. Let's see. There's a war pick. There's 2 javelins. Off of the armored one, again, chainmail, shield, short sword, javelin, Some
No other
daggers.
notes or instruction or anything
No other
on
notes or
it.
instruction.
Okay.
But let's see. You do manage to get well, you manage to see on them as you're preparing them. They collectively are carrying about 4 gold pieces.
Okay.
In various like denominations of copper and silver.
Um, knowing how the Duergar are usually prepared, she doesn't think that that's important to them, so she will separate that out in case anybody needs it. And then she will proceed to burn the bodies,
All right.
starting with temerity.
Right here in the mine, you're gonna burn them.
It's a sacred flame, so
Oh yeah,
I
that's
don't
a good
know.
point.
Like it's not like a fire she's starting. It's kind of like a. That's why I asked if it was something that I could even do with sacred flame.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, yeah. You kind of uh, you do your ritual. You set them ablaze with holy fire, which is oddly smokeless. Um, and you kind of you know, to make a makeshift funeral pyre for him.
Yeah. If you stack them up like this, fire just goes all through them. Um. Okay. That'll take itself a bit. Do you want to leave now?
I
Yes.
would love to get out of here.
Okay. Let's go. Sprinkle, do you want to come with us?
Sprinkle kind of lifts her head up and looks around and just kind of like huffs a bit of shadow smoke out of her nose. Kind of take that as like an affirmative.
She's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Sprinkle gives you a head nudge, Narco.
Norco, were you and Sprinkle close when you lived here?
Oh, I wouldn't really say so. I was only at the orphanage for, well, I don't exactly remember, but it couldn't have been more than a couple weeks.
Oh,
But they were they were an attentive guardian during that time.
yeah. She's great. Well, does anyone need help getting out? I'll help Reverie as needed.
All right.
I think fresh air would be nice.
Yuki's gonna kind of hover by Ren. Doesn't want to seem like she's helping Ren, but if Ren needs any help, she'll be there.
All right. So if you ask them to, the miners will they'll agree to continue looking in the mine to see if they see anything that looks like the gem that you showed them. As you kind of make your way back out towards the mine, you see that um, uh, oh my god, I am blanking on the names.
Father Victor, Abed Olaf,
That's what. Yeah. So you see
Gimli.
Abbot Olaf, Stuart Gimli are there. They're kind of like standing at the edge of the entrance to the mine, kind of peering in, uh, kind of wanting to keep their distance, even though the sounds, the ruckus of battle has faded. Kind of standing a little bit further back, you do see Father Vincent there as well. They're kind of waiting to greet you as you um, make your way out. Sprinkle will accompany you as well. Let me gather up some tokens.
Enjoy your starry-eyed vision for another 55 minutes, guys.
Wow, this time when I looked at my backpack, I found that old pencil I was looking for forever ago. It's amazing.
I can see everything. Dum Dorahl, like for us now, just looks like a bright, sunshiny day.
Well, the cloud cover is still very much around the city. That
Yeah.
gem is still very much active.
No, I meant because of the dark vision that I gave everyone.
Oh,
Dim light is bright light.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop that. You just have that for an hour.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Make it so.
I was not prepared for this. Aha,
You were not prepared for us,
for this.
because that makes sense.
I mean, who can be? We're a bunch of cats and we go where we want.
It is like herding cats with us, and we are crazy, guys. We are crazy.
I mean, it's great.
True.
On the way out, Jade is just going to check in with Yuki and Ren because she didn't really get a chance to help them at all during the whole fight. But Ren was taking care of Reverie, and Yuki was killing bitches. So
She was trying.
She's just gonna check in with those two as we're making our way outside, and just, how are you both? I'm sorry I wasn't able to help more. Are you okay? I saw you got hit a lot, Yuki, and you did too, Ren.
Your unique ability was very helpful.
Agree. If not for you, those hits would have been way more hurtful.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad I was able to use that. My sister taught me, and Papa says it's good to, if you can't fight, then you can at least help your friends and make sure that they can keep fighting.
You did that very well.
I did. Well, good. I'm glad I was able to help with that. I was really worried for a little bit. It seems like it was over, and it seems like that fight took days, like a whole week, but it's like over in a few minutes.
Yuki's gonna kind of put a paw on Jade's arm, and she's gonna say, "Jade, how are you? I was too far away to come back. When I saw that throw that spear, I was too far away to help. Are you okay?"
You're asking Narco?
No, you. Well, because you were covering Naruto.
She got hit with a sword. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, no, Narco got hit with the spear. That's why I was like, did I miss here? So no, you're good. Jade just stares at you for a second, like looking confused for a moment, and then she says, "Oh, yeah. No, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good."
Yuki does not.
Got hit, real bad, though, really, really bad for a bit. So it was that one was really scary.
I'm sure it was very scary for you. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good, actually. I honestly forgot I even got hit.
You were very brave. You did a wonderful job.
She smiles at that. Just, thank you, Yuki. You were the real brave one. You were faced off against everything in there.
I wish I could have taken them out faster before they hurt you all.
There was a lot of them and one of you. I think we did a really good job together. In Ren, Ren kept so many of us from dying.
I did not
Yes.
like them.
Yeah, those suits that they had, those were just awful. I don't
You
know
were
how
very
they
brave as well, Ren.
make such a thing.
It is an abomination against the natural order. I do not like it.
The machine?
The creatures and how they were within the machine.
Oh, yeah, it looked torturous. I don't know who would make something and let alone who put anyone in it. Honestly, you'd think they'd have a more efficient way of making a machine rather than a screaming person inside. That seems excessive.
Yeah, I just don't want to have nightmares about them.
I mean, they're gone now. And they're not screaming anymore where they're at, probably. Likely. They probably are, actually. But you can't hear it, so it's okay. If you have nightmares, though, I'll be there, and we can have a tea, and I can tell you a story. A nice one. I know, knights and dragons.
Thanks. He actually sounds really good right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back to the inn. I think we're coming up on the entrance, though, so not too far now.
So as you make your way out of the mines, Olaf and Gimli are first to see you as you step out. The storm cloud's still swirling around the city, but there is no rain or thunder or lightning or anything at the moment. You see Father Vincent kind of hanging back, and he's got his hands in his robe sleeves, and he smiles at you while Olaf and Gimli kind of come up to you, and they're like, "Oh, what happened down there? We heard fighting and cheering after those after those Duergar were cleared out from out here. It was really fortunate you got Sprinkle to agree to come with you."
Yes, Sprinkle was great. It was all Noriko.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the original plan I had in mind, but I can say that the Duergar within the mines have been cleared out in their entirety.
So the mines are ours again.
They are, and she pulls out the stone that had been imbued. Because this right here is the focus that's being used to generate the storm clouds above us. I
Oh,
took a very close look. I believe that there could be a way to dissipate the magics that's been poured into it and clear it out. Um, I don't have much experience with that particular magics, but if you would be able to show me the spell form, I think I could use it to sort of cleanse the stone. I would prefer that method as opposed to breaking it. I think there would be some side effects were we to try that.
well, sure. Uh, we just want the spell form. I mean, we could perhaps find somebody who could do it for you.
She smiles and she says, "I would very much appreciate if I would have the chance to work with it myself. I do a lot of work with artifice, and it would be a very unique chance to do a little tinkering."
Well, if you insist, we owe you we owe you a lot for freeing the mines. It's this town's lifeblood, I'm sure you know. Uh, we don't
Yeah.
have much left to give right now, but it seems like some of your friends are hurt. We can apply some healing to them if that would be all right.
That would be more than all right. Could you please start with my tiefling friend over there? She is kind of the worst off out of us right now.
Yes, yes, of course. And Gimli comes up to you, Reverie, and he kind of nods and he says, "May I?"
She gives him a slight smile and nods.
He's going to cure wounds you for 10 points of healing damage.
Thank you.
Yeah, the least I can do.
That's much better.
Olaf looks around and says, "Anybody else? I have one to spare as well."
Ren raises his hand.
Olaf nods and comes to you and will give you 9 points of healing damage.
Yay, help.
In the back, Father Vincent kind of smiles as he looks upon you all. He says, "Truly, Ilmata was working through you today. You shouldered the burden for all of us, and we are quite grateful for that."
I'm glad we were able to help.
Gimli gets a wide grin on his face and claps a hand on Olaf's shoulder, and he says, "How about some rounds the Iron Knight in on us for a start?"
It sounds great. I think we all need a rest.
They kind of nod and they say, "Well, whenever you're ready, we will meet you there."
Just follow along.
Sprinkle is gonna kind of nuzzle against you, Narcos. You make your way back, and it kind of becomes clear that Sprinkle wants to return to the orphanage to go to sleep. she's very tired.
Narco pulls up Sprinkle and gives her a little embrace and says, "Thank you, Sprinkle. You've done a great deal to help this town stay a wonderful place, and I appreciate you answering my call when I needed you again. But I have a mother now, so there are other orphans more in need of your care than I. Take care."
There's a nod and a bit of a coo, and again in a whirling wisp of smoky shadow, Sprinkle just kind of takes off. Uh, Meanwhile, the rest of you are going to go to the inn.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I heard.
To hurt. I will drag you over there. Let's do this. Shoot. These guys are here. And back to the inn. as you kind of step into the inn, weary, tired, some looking better than others. Garrick and his wife behind the bar kind of give you a bit of a standing ovation. The others sitting at the bar turn around and they lift their glasses to you, and Garrick starts lining up drinks on the bar, and he says, I understand we have some new local heroes in town, and everyone kind of cheers and applauses for you.
Ren looks around trying to figure out who the heroes are.
It's a different. I was not okay. That's a lot of attention. Gonna hide behind Red.
Meanwhile, you'll all notice that Father Vincent appears to be. He has a piece of parchment and a writing implement, and he's starting to scratch some arcane symbols on that parchment.
Awesome.
Narco, years of training put her into reflex. She's in a crowd and they're clapping in her direction, so she immediately sort of like chin up, puts on noble Lady von Grutzner mode, despite the fact that she probably looks slightly a wreck from all of the battle damage from this fight. But she will stride forward confidently, giving waves and such to the people who are hailing her as a hero, and just, oh yes, it was nothing. Von Grutzners are always here to help the local economy, etc., etc.
It's kind of those sitting at the bar kind of shift over and make room for you and your companions.
The professor is gonna kind of come up behind Father Vincent and kind of peer over his shoulder, and he says, "Sorry to be nosy, but are you writing down spell forms? What is that?"
It's what Miss Noriko had asked for, is it not?
Oh, he didn't put two and two together in that he would be doing it right now, this second, in the bar, and he gets kind of excited. He's like, do you mind if I copy that? And he kind of holds up his journal and points at it with his pen.
Let's see. He kind of grins and shrugs and he says, you can certainly try. Professor, do you have access to third level spells yet?
Not yet.
You probably can't read this. Or actually, I think you could, because it's on your spell list.
Yeah.
Just don't have the magical oomph to actually use it yet.
Yeah, you just don't have
Yeah, I just wouldn't be able to, if I were to copy it into my book, I wouldn't be able to access it until I have the third level spells.
Right. So he is
Practice,
basically...
practice.
Yeah, so he is basically writing you a scroll of dispel magic.
Okay.
Ooh, hot.
The professor's gonna sort of sit down next to him as if this is the place to be, and all of the Dum Dorahl and all the lands, that the most happening place to be is sitting next to a veteran spellcaster, taking notes from their work.
You can see as he's writing this spell scroll out, it takes quite a bit of effort from him to be able to do so. So you can tell he's getting winded just kind of doing this because he's got to pour so much of himself into this as he's creating it. But you will by the end of the night, you'll have a spell scroll of spell magic.
Nice.
That is pure artistry. How long have you been practicing?
Oh, well, since Ilmater found me at a very young age. Has to be about 60 years or so now.
60 years? That's impressive. Have you spent the entire 60 years here in Dum Dorahl?
I've traveled around quite a bit. I've only been here for probably the past 10 years or so.
Oh, what's brought you here?
Temple needed a head priest. And
Oh.
those who were worshipping at the time in here, they sought me out, and I felt like it was my calling. It was just my time. And I've been here ever since.
He nods, kind of knowingly. And Ilmeta, has he always been your calling?
Oh, yes, very much so indeed.
Something you've come into, or were you just raised in a house of Ilmeta?
When I was a young boy, I spent a lot of time on the streets. An orphan, I guess you could say. There was a day come by when I was very, very hungry, and I did something that I'm not very proud of, but I needed to survive. I stole some bread from a street vendor. It was to be my meal for the day. But he caught me and he chased me down the alley. And as he cornered me, I cowered in the corner. I could do nothing else but beg for his forgiveness and plead for mercy, really. And he said stealing bread from him was like stealing his livelihood as well. And that I had to pay, but I had no gold, you see. He was going to take it from me, and he was going to beat me to do so. And then, a kindly old man stepped between us as the switch came down, and it struck him instead. And he looked at me with the kind eyes and a smile, though he was in pain, he was clearly fighting it off. He turned to that man and spoke to him using words, and I realized now there must have been some magic laced in those words that made him turn away. And I asked him why. Why would he do that for me? And he told me of Ilmater and that Ilmater shoulders the burden for those who cannot bear to shoulder it themselves, so that they may be free of the pain when someone else who is stronger and able to take it may do so in their stead. And it got me intrigued, it got me interested, and I've been with the Order ever since. I wanted to
That
be
is
able
a
to
beautiful
return that
story.
favor to others, too. You see.
Professor just smiles warmly and he says, "That is a beautiful story. And a beautiful calling." And he'll just kind of spend the rest of the night sitting with Father Vincent, trying to get him to open up and talk about his life and just learn everything there is to know about the man.
Cool. Anybody else looking to do anything at the bar?
I think she's just going to be getting herself some tea or something to drink. She's going to ask Garrick if he has anything that tastes like strawberries, but not the alcohol bit.
He says, well, Hi, hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Oh.
He smiles and he kind of shakes his head sadly. He says, well, since the mines have dried up, there hasn't been a whole lot of fresh produce coming through here. As you see, we don't really have the great climate here to grow that we relied on trade to get it. So I'm afraid I don't have anything strawberry flavored for you now, but
That's okay.
come visit us in a little while. Once the mines are opened up and we're able to engage and trade again, I'm sure we'll see it come back.
Yeah, that's no problem. Can I just have a tea then?
Of course, yes. And he'll fix you up a tea. It's nothing special. It's like a a nice like white tea.
It's okay. It's warm, and that's all that matters.
Yuki's just kind of like observing everybody interacting, and she's watching Naruko kind of take the attention off of everybody else in the expert way that she does so well. And just kind of watching everybody unwind a little bit, just pondering the day and everything that happened.
Cool. Anybody else?
Naruko has plenty of things that she plans to do, but the main thing is she wants to make sure that this rock gets diffused before potentially more people get struck by lightning. So in the meantime, she's again entertaining the crowd a bit in the festive mood, just so that the other party members don't have to answer a bunch of questions, and she'll just wait until that scroll gets ready so she and the professor can do the work.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of the night is filled with drinks that flow for as long as you're taking them. The few others that are in this bar that
is it nighttime yet? Just because I thought we struck at morning, first light basically.
I think it's still 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's still late morning, early afternoon for sure. Yeah, that's right. It is pretty early. Yeah, because you guys struck out first thing. So I guess it won't take all day, but it will take it to the better part of the afternoon for Father Vincent to finish that scroll. But the few who are kind of hanging out here in the bar, they will ask you all sorts of questions about what it was like down there, who you faced. Did you see the great tiefling with gold eyes? How are you still alive? That kind of stuff they're going to ask you. Drinks continue to flow. Let's get. Eventually, the miners are going to come back in. So let's get them. Rocket.
Rocket says hello.
So the miners will come back and they will rejoin you.
Oh. Did they find the thing?
They'll join the table. They'll let you know that they did not find any gem looking like the one that was on that piece of paper that you had.
Okay.
Maybe they just thought it was here.
Did they find anything else out of the ordinary?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. There is the possibility that this is only one spot of many.
It's true. That's a lot of effort, though, for one spot, isn't it? I mean, then again, it was a lot of effort, it seemed, for Crystal Cove as well. And that was just in a chest.
What they're after is an artifact like the one they seem to be. We can't make any assumptions about what sort of resources they may be putting in the effort.
I
At
mean,
least Dum Dorahl is safe.
should we bother taking another look in the morning, maybe?
We certainly can, but unfortunately, we don't know that we have the luxury to spend days or even weeks mining for something that may or may not be here.
That's true. But you said that they seemed pretty keen on that they would be finding it soon.
Either that, or soon would be content that they had exhausted this mine with a chance to find it.
Mm. That kind of wrinkles his brow in concentration. Is there some sort of magic that could be used since we have such a clear image of the object to try to locate it?
There is magic that could do so. None that I am capable of casting, at least at my current ability.
We seem to have made some powerful friends, and he nods over to the professor and his entourage.
Fine. I don't have the
Locate
ability.
object is a spell of the second circle.
Well, you'd
I didn't
think.
hear that. What was that?
Nariko said it was a spell of the second circle.
I did say that, yes.
You'd think that someone as powerful as the tiefling with gold eyes would have used something like that if they had it. Do you think that's why they were here? Tracking it down, maybe?
Maybe, although when we were fighting the Echo down there, she had magic, yes, but nothing extraordinarily powerful. The spell to keep the cloud in place overhead, it seemed to be the artifact providing that more than any casting on her own part.
Well, if we are running on the assumption that it's an echo, which it does seem to be, I mean, Reverie, when you woke up, you weren't able to cast much magic, were you? But you could read a little bit of what was in your book, right? And you've been working at it since you've been
Yeah.
back.
I've only learned a handful of the spells in the book so far.
And you've only been awake for a little bit. Maybe it's the same with any other echo that's around. Maybe they have to learn all the things that were left for them. It's probably that wasn't the original. I mean, otherwise we'd probably be in a lot worse shape than we are right now.
She
But-
mentioned sisters.
She did, didn't she? That means there's more than the one of them. It could just be more than just the two then, because sisters is plural, so she'd at least have to have two sisters. So that 3 of them in total, at least. 2 now, because we're just one not burned it. Her burned it. So, not. Anyway, there's at least 2 others. One
What?
maybe the original, maybe not.
What was that word she used to call Reverie?
She said she was new.
I'm trying to remember. She called Reverie like a remnant or remainder or something like that.
I don't remember.
I only remember her calling her, saying she wanted another sister.
Joe, flashback to last session.
Flashback. She called her Lost One.
Lost me. I think that whatever happened to the rest of the echoes that got them bound into working with these madmen, I think Reverie escaped it. She was shielded from it due to her location or some other factor.
Maybe. I mean, not for nothing, but Reverie, you said that the place you woke up in was all covered in magic, right? All kinds of symbols, and there was special tables, and Alatar was there.
I don't think it was Alatar at the time.
No, but you had a spell book. I didn't find a spell book on her. Not that she didn't have one, just didn't find it. And the place she was in, if she was the one from here, was just a box, and it didn't have all the. It wasn't a whole place made just for her. Maybe that was what protected you when you woke up.
Maybe. Maybe that one isn't the one from here.
And maybe not. I don't know. There's so many questions that we've got, and not a lot of answers. But at least we helped a little bit today. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Everybody seems much happier.
And we'll figure it out along the way.
Sorry I wasn't able to try and capture the echo. I was in a little bit of a state and lashed out.
You can't blame yourself for that.
Not even a little.
I should have had a better plan going than that.
It's really hard to plan for something when you don't know what to expect.
That's precisely the time where I should have done a better job about figuring out what to expect.
That seems unreasonable. You expect
Okay.
too much of yourself.
Ben's right. I mean, we're all in this together, yeah? It can't all be on you to just make up the plan. We all went in with the best plan that we had at the time. I mean, if we had done anything else, they would have cottoned on to where we were going to be, and maybe wouldn't have gone for the distraction, and then we would have been in real trouble. I mean, you had a great plan. You had the distraction team, and you made the explosion happen at the bottom of the mountain, and we were able to get into a place that, I mean, relatively unbothered until we got to that little section, and they had a little bit of people left behind, but if it wasn't for your plan, we would have just been going in the front, and we'd have had to fight the entire way. So you had a great plan, but you can't plan for everything. I mean, I get it. I'm worried about everything all the time. And you try to plan for... You try, but you can't. And that's just part of doing something new and different. It's just, you just don't know. And you do your best. And, we were all there together and we were all able to help each other. And hopefully there's not a next time for something like that, but I mean, maybe once we kind of know more of what we can all do and where this whole thing is going, maybe we'll be able to plan better, at least for ourselves. But that's for all of us, not just you.
Naruko kind of looks down at where her rifle is, where the barrel has kind of completely shattered and warped. And she kind of runs a finger along the cracks and she says, "Alright. Can't always have the perfect plan, but I definitely need to have some better tools. Get us unstuck from that situation."
That was not for nothing, Naruko. I know it kind of broke your rifle, but that was pretty amazing to see when that happened. I mean, it's like it was magic itself bound up in the barrel.
He kind of like gives the barrel a tap, lets it kind of ring for a second. Magic bounds into the barrel. Points in a constellation, creating a lattice. Strands reinforcing strands. Minimal amounts of input.
I don't think she's talking to us anymore, is she?
No, I don't believe so.
No, it's alright. She's really cute when she does that, though. I mean, in a, just the look on her face when she does that, it's nice.
Naruko is muttering to herself as she realizes a couple of possible avenues for new research when she rebuilds this gun.
Anyway, Naruko's we kind of lost Naruko for a bit. How's everyone else doing? That was a whole scary mess. I know we all talked a little bit on the way up. But is everyone doing okay now that we've set for a bit?
Alive. That seems like a positive.
Yeah, alive. Always better than the alternative.
I'm okay.
That's good. I'm surprisingly not terrible right now. I think we all did really, really good today, considering everything that happened. And did you guys get a look at those dog creatures? I mean, I know we all looked at them, but did you get a chance to see them? They were
Not too close.
they were really strange.
They
When
were,
I had,
they were
you
quite revolting.
didn't they bite you?
They tried.
Oh, good. Their teeth looked weird, and everything about them just didn't seem natural. When I came in, when the fight was started, and I had my magic up, trying to find anything else that was magic in the area. I've never felt magic like that before. It was so different. Whatever they were, wherever they came from. It wasn't from here.
That is not reassuring.
I mean, they acted like regular dogs. It could be that we regular dogs that were changed, maybe, by some sort of magic. When I felt that magic, it didn't feel like Jeffrey did it.
You talk about when you like scanned it with the detect magic.
Yeah, when I scanned it with detect magic.
Pretty similar.
It was kind of similar to Jeffrey, but still different at the same time. It's like, maybe it's just because they were dogs, and so it's not, if you compare like a dog to a squid here, it's both animals, but they're different animals, so they're different. It's the same. I'm wondering if it's the same from there. I don't know.
That is odd.
Yeah.
Agreed. It's definitely curious and something we will have to look out for.
Right, because they weren't like Jeffrey. Because Jeffrey's not, he's here, but he's not, he's like, I don't know, made of something, and the professor can just bring him back. But these were just dead. They didn't go away. So it's not the same, but they felt similar, if that makes sense. Which I know doesn't really make a lot of sense because I'm saying one thing and something else at the same time. But I think they're made of the same stuff.
Then would this conversation be furthered by talking with the professor?
I don't know. He seems to be really invested in whatever's happening with Father Vincent. Maybe we talk to him tonight. I don't know if he caught on to anything while he was in there because of Jeffrey.
Around this time, those of you in the bar, you are aware of. We're kind of getting into late afternoon at this point. You're aware of a buzzing sound that is kind of like coming through the air. It's like starts really low, and it's like a low hum, and then it gets louder and louder. And Narco, you're quite familiar with the sound of this buzzing noise, and snapping you out of whatever thought process you're in currently. Flies in Newman. And he plops down on the bar in front of you, and he takes out a rolled up piece of parchment and hands it over to you. And he says, letter for you, Miss Narco.
Thank you, Newman. Feet off the bar counter, please.
Yep, sorry.
Gosh. He's so cute.
Thank you. I presume it's from Mother, yes?
Yep, straight from Mother.
Fantastic. Do keep around town. I'm sure to have quite the reply to send her either today or tomorrow. I don't think you've had a chance to meet some of my new friends. Why don't you go over there and introduce yourself to Jade and Yuki and the others?
Oh, sure. Kind of buzzes around.
Jade makes that sound.
Kind of lands next to him. He goes, hello.
Hi!
I'm gonna put this
Are you Newman?
Meanwhile, Narco just put a new letter in the journal.
Yay!
He says, yes, I'm Newman. I'm, Miss Narco's, well, I guess, kinda personal, mail carrier.
Oh, that's
Mostly
lovely.
Mostly a lot of correspondence between her and her mother.
Oh, that's really nice. She talks about you all the time. I mean, not all the time, but frequent. She's mentioned you a few times, and it's always been nice.
Oh, well, I'm just doing my job.
That's really nice, though. Can I pet you?
Sure.
Yay! Just pets his head.
This thing is made of metal, so it's just kind of like cold and just cold metal. You run your fingers over it, like all sorts of knobs and stuff. Gears.
You're very interesting.
You're very interesting too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's neat. I've not been very interesting for the most part. How quick do you fly?
Oh, as fast as I can.
Wow, that's probably really fast.
I can get from here to Point Pleasant in a couple of hours.
That's really fast. And Jade will just go full on new best friend mode with Newman.
Fair enough.
10,000 questions later.
But yeah, so as the day wanes on, drinks are had, food is made and prepared, and it's all on the house thanks to the Iron Hammer Brewery, who shows their appreciation for your liberation of the mines. By the end of the afternoon, going into evening, Father Vincent prepares the spell scroll of Dispel Magic, and we'll hand it off to whoever you elect to take it. In the meantime, as you guys are here kind of hanging out, you at least get the benefits of a short rest.
Yay!
Woo!
My clerics who's
You
back.
can also just choose to take a long rest if you wish to, if you want to spend the time to kind of hang out here.
Hanging out.
But with
Hanging out.
that, it is 11 o'clock, so this feels like a good place to stop for the evening.
Heck yeah.
May I request, just so we can get it out of the way, Narco is going to recruit the professor to give help while casting the spell magic on the rock.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. With the professor's first-hand experience, she's going to have him help her set up some copper lightning rods around the rock for when the spell goes off, so that any storm discharge has a safe place to go. And then, using the scroll, does there need to be a roll for it? Or
Yeah, because it is a second level spell. Let me see. Don't remember exactly what.
pretty sure it's just a like your spellcasting modifier as a roll, right?
Probably right. So dispel magic. Yeah, dispel magic is a third level spell. Higher level. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, so this would be a DC 13 ability check with your spell casting ability.
Thank goodness for that advantage.
So with the professor's help, you have these lightning rods set up around the crystal. Where are you performing this?
Outside.
Okay.
On the patio.
So you go outside of the patio. You set up these on the roof. Set up these little lightning rods. Prepare the spell scroll. After Professor has taken the time to copy it into his book. Well, actually, Professor, I don't know if you can because that requires some time and gold, I think.
We
Um,
have a copy of
the-
the scroll,
The
right?
professor is not like an actual wizard, right?
What do you have? Professor
Mars.
1 level, I think? Mars might be muted.
Marcel is robot.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There you go.
Sorry. Yes. I am a wizard, 1 level wizard. No rules is written. I cannot do it, which I hadn't actually read it before asking to do that. For pure fuckery, if Joe wishes to indulge, I imagine that just visually copying what he sees on the page without understanding it and then getting back to it when he learns more about it, maybe, but that's entirely up to Joe to determine if he'll let me get fucky with it.
At the very least, it gives you a good narrative reason to eventually add that into your spell list later on when you acquire it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, because there is a hunger to use it now, he has every intention of doubling down on figuring that spell out in particular, because on a search for something that, like this clavis or after temerity, dispelling something would be incredibly helpful, and we're seeing that already.
So, I'll tell you what. To copy it into your own spell book, it's 50 gold per level of the spell, so you need 150 gold worth of the materials to do it, and it would take 6 hours. Spell magic.
I'll throw something out there. Could Father Vincent make a second scroll that the professor could then spend time and money and energy on throughout to copy over?
I'm okay with not doing this. I mean, it's in my like as a wizard, I will be able to learn it on my own when I get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that Father Vincent is willing to write you another scroll for this, but it would have to be done tomorrow.
All right, I'll take it.
There you go. Then you have a scroll you can add to your spellbook later.
Yeah.
So you can use the spell scroll that he created for you now to cast that spell. But once it's cast from that scroll just kind of gone. So casting spell magic from the scroll with lightning rods around it, as the spell takes hold, there is kind of a fizzling out as you're casting it, you can kind of see you can almost see lightning inside of this clear gem itself, just kind of striking around, and as the spell is being cast, it's striking each of these lightning rods that you have set up into the ground. So it is kind of lashing out, but harmlessly, as you cast the spell. And after it is cast, after a moment, you see the light inside the gem dims, and slowly the air, the wind, and the atmosphere start blowing away the storm clouds, so the sun begins to peek through once more.
Ooh. Excellent. Another hypothesis successful. Narco will pick up the stone, which clearly has a high affinity for absorbing magical energies. I have a use for you. Alright, just wanted to get that done before we
got
off to the next. I'm good, thank you.
Oh, good. Anybody else have anything you want to tie up?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm also good.
Then with
Excellent.
that, we'll call it an evening.
Yay, we didn't die.
I was ready, I had a speech and everything.
For death?
Yes.
Well, it's good to have a plan.
I mean, without Jade's aura.
Oh, so much death.
Yeah, there a couple of us would be dead right now.
Yeah.
I'd have been fine, but that's because I stayed in the tunnel and kept running away.
I mean, an AC of 18 doesn't hurt either.
That is also true. So what did we learn today, everyone? What was the moral of today's session?
Never trust a Duergar.
True.
Always take at least one prisoner.
Always have a dragon with you.
That's a pretty good lesson to learn.
The obvious lesson to learn is always check their pockets.
All right, guys. I am exhausted and I have to work tomorrow, so I am
Okay,
going
honey.
to run away.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Love
Internet.
you.
Bye, Internet.
Is it
Bye.
great, Robin?
I'm not